Hi everyone, I am back with a new pick a card reading. Whether you are new, whether you subscribed, you've been subscribed, thank you guys so very much, and especially for those of you that have been following on Instagram and keeping up over there, liking and commenting on those videos. Thank you guys so much. And those who've said they've missed my YouTube videos, thank you. I recently did this reading on Instagram, and so that was kind of a really short and sweet version of that reading, and I thought let's just get back on YouTube and do a little bit longer, deeper dive into how they're currently feeling. So if you want to pause the video and take a look at that to see what information you get first, the link to my Instagram is in the description box. Or if you want to wait till the end, or if you've already seen that reading, then, you know, you can do it afterwards, or you already know, or if you want to go back and see what you got and kind of add on to that with this reading. I have a ghost story to share. I have another one. It's been pretty quiet, but of course when something happens, it's in my face like big time, but I am gonna save that for another time. The 3 piles are here. Of course, we are doing our mystery selection. We have, for pile 1 is one of the mini toy brands. Piles 2 and 3, you guys, are the doorables. If you want to skip ahead, timestamps are in the description box. And in the comments section, I have to remember this, I have to say all that. But if not, stick around. We'll see what it actually is in each one of these piles, if that might help you if you're kind of confused. Or if you just want to see what, you know, is under each. So we're going to start with one. One's pretty noisy, so let's see. What do we have for pile 1? It's like a little thing. Oh, it's a watercolor, Crayola watercolor. So I don't know, maybe your person is artistic, pile 1. Maybe that's a confirmation. If you're kind of like, should I pick one? They're creative, artsy. That, yeah. Piles 2 and 3. Let's open these up. It has a little like candle there so you can see. I hate this camera because I know it doesn't get into focus. All right. I can't do this. I gotta put it right. I think I got a paper cut. I had to get this thing out. That's why all that noise. All right. I'm just picking one, the first one. Hopefully it's not both of them. I don't know. This one. What? Oh, you guys. Okay. This one is from Rhea. If I can open it. There we go. We got Tuk Tuk. So Tuk Tuk is pile 2. A little shell over there. And then pile 3. Do I have this? Did we get this one, you guys? I don't remember. We have Ariel for pile 3. So those, I'm gonna open this so I can stop the noise and you can actually hear me. There we go. In her little blue dress. Those are the 3. So pile 1 is the Crayola watercolors. Pile 2 is Tuk Tuk. Pile 3 is Ariel, as Sebastian would say. Timestamps, again, are in the description and comment section. I will meet you guys at your piles. Hi, pile 1. You guys are the Crayola watercolor pile. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Thank you guys for just tuning in. I'm surprised if anybody will watch it. It's just, I know it's been a while. I know it has. Before we get into this reading, of course, I have to throw out just, you know, it's a general reading. Only take what resonates. I know sometimes these messages comes through on my side that may not be the most easiest to digest or to even want to believe. So just, yeah. But it's general reading. So just remember that. The other thing, along with that, I know my readings tend to go a little bit more into the spiritual aspect of things. That's just the type of reader I am. I'm gonna try to like keep it a little bit lighthearted. I know it's a little bit much also to digest, and probably why I'm one of the more intense readers out there, but I'm not here to sugarcoat anything either at the same time and just fill your head with fluff and lies. So if I joke around, please don't be offended. It's just to keep things lighthearted. That's all it is. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention I went a little bit less on the tarot. On the Instagram readings, I go less, and I've been getting a lot of information, a lot of downloads. You guys don't see it on Instagram because it's all written out. But with the video format, I don't edit anything. What you get is what I get as I'm doing the reading. It's just, you know, live and raw, and that's it. So the downloads are coming. I know it gets frustrating for some of you. I just want to kind of remind you guys. It's like, oh yeah, she's that kind of a reader. I get downloads as I do the reading. It's just how it works. That's how spirit works through me, how I get the messages to you. So, and if that's not the kind of style reader you want, then there's plenty more wonderful readers on YouTube and on Instagram that will work, or maybe my written readings are more your style. Okay, I'm going heavy with the messages. That's really what I wanted to say too. I have less cards because I'm going to go heavy on the messages to get that for you guys, since this is kind of like welcome back type of reading. Anyways, let's get to it. Let's get this watercolor out of the way, and you guys know I'm going to start off with tarot. I'm just going to separate your oracle cards. Starting off, we have the King of Coins, and we have the Five of Coins. So Earth energy is very heavily present here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. No major arcanas, but let's see what we have for our clarifiers. We have the Page of Candles and the Three of Presents. So yeah, three of your, it's just, there's a lot of Earth energy present here. So I feel like just right off the bat, your person's, I feel like this is kind of really tying into Instagram. So just like I was saying in the intro, if you have it, you know, maybe want to look afterwards, because I feel like this is one of the piles. It's kind of the similar energy that I was getting before. But right away, it was just more of your person feeling like they're not worthy of you. They're feeling like they're not good enough. They really have to establish themselves, their stability, their money, their finances is something that was coming through right away. But let's get to the first column. Just give me a second. Let me grab some water. And so you're driving, your person is feeling driven to become more stable, to become more reliable, to have, I don't know, I feel like it's just more about kind of like growing up, getting their crap together, getting their life in order because of this attraction that they feel for you. You're the reason behind it. You're that motivation for them to want to move forward and to want to better themselves and their lives, and not just settle for mediocre, settle for whatever, you know. It's like they want the best, and the best is you, pile one. And the next column, what we have over here, this is going to be multiple, I'm already getting like multiple things. I'm sorry, I'm just going to give them to you how I see it, how I'm getting the information. The first one is about them not feeling worthy of you because of what they've done in the past. Primarily, they put you in some type of third party situation, which they know hurts you. They know it hurts you. And so that's why they don't feel worthy, because they're like, I really hurt this person. They know that they disappointed you and that sort of thing. And the other thing, I feel like with their finances, they want to be able to like jump, and maybe not jump in is the right phrase, but they really do want to be able to do their part in this connection. They want to be able to put in their effort, you know, kind of like not just 50-50, I guess 50-50, 100-100 probably be better, but whatever math, you know, it suits you and you guys like prefer, that's fine. But it is where they feel they just need to get their money in order to be able to focus on you. And that might be something else, like their finances has taken away from you, and it's taken away from the time that they could be spending with you, or that they could be investing in you. They're trying to, I guess, invest in themselves so that they can be prepared to be better for you. So I'll just leave it at that. I don't think there was anything else that I was getting from that last one. Give me a second here. Sorry, I gotta clear my throat. Was there anything else? I know there was something else I was getting. So I'm just trying to see if I can get that one again. No. And actually going back to the first one, it might be that your person, because of what they've done, they feel kind of left out in the cold by you, that you're not really as invested as you once were, and now you have other options. So take whatever resonates. I know it's a lot of different messages, but it's just what's coming through, and I am just trying to give it all to you guys since I'm not writing it. I am speaking and recording this, and just take whatever resonates. I was actually going to do only one of these, but I kept hearing two, so I was like, okay, apparently I need to draw two of these, and I ended up doing it for both, for all the other piles. Well, you guys might be seeing threes quite a bit, but your person is definitely wanting you with the sexual interest card. I mean, I think that's pretty clear, loud and clear message. I don't really have to. I mean, your person is very attracted to you. They want, you know, it's probably part of the other reason why they're so focused on, you know, over here with the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, trying to be better and be able to, you know, step up their game and fully be invested in it. They're very tempted by you. So I feel like this kind of might have been connected to this, what I was saying before about them now feeling that your attention is elsewhere. So it's like how the tables have turned, right? Like before, their focus, and probably their focus still has been on other things, maybe even a third party, you know, again, whatever resonates for you. But now, because I feel like most of you have stepped away and you're not giving as much attention or energy to them, now it's like, it just makes them want you more, you know? It's kind of like that, that rebellious side, I guess, where you can't have it, but it makes you want it even more almost. So I just feel like the sexual tension is very high here with your person, pile one, and that's where I'll leave that. Let's get this. So we have the Stay With Me card, and we have the Children card. Let's just get all the oracles out. I was debating whether I wanted to go into the Stay With Me first and then put out the other card. I don't know. Does it ever? Sometimes it matters, I guess, with my readings. But the Stay With Me, that I feel like your person is probably, I don't know, I feel like this card is very triggering right now to them. It's very triggering to them because they're so attracted to you, but then they're like, okay, other people are looking at you. Is there another person? They're like, okay, well, if I'm going to have a chance with this person, I need to step it up. I need to level up. I need to be on their level. And they're just so wanting to just have you and have their way with you. And they don't want you to go. They don't want to lose you. And that's where that Stay With Me card. They are afraid of losing you. They don't want to. And then the Children card. I feel like this is more of the inner child. And I feel it's like the inner child is being triggered right now by this Three of Presents. And it doesn't, you know, just because this card comes out and I say this is what they feel, and you're like, but there isn't a third party. There isn't anybody else. It's always been them, you know, and they weren't invested or whatever. It's coming from your person, you know. That's what they see. That's what, you know, just how you see them in a certain way doesn't mean everything, you know, especially if you're watching pick a card readings, it doesn't mean every single detail is true, right? So it's kind of the same. So it's just that. But that's what I get with the Children card. So overall, I mean, I feel like that's the picture we're getting here. Your person is very triggered, but that trigger is what's pushing them to want to be better, to do better, because they know they have to. Otherwise, they're going to lose you, and they don't want that. They don't. They want to be with you, and they really want to be intimate with you. But I think it's more than that, because in order to really elevate themselves, I don't feel like someone else has pushed them to do that, because obviously they've been in the same energy, and now they're recognizing that they need to step it up. So obviously whoever else they've been with hasn't made your person want to grow or become a better individual. Okay, so let's get the message cards. Let's do 2. So we'll do 8 messages in total. So I don't know, I'm shuffling. I mean, can I shuffle on screen? I guess I could. It makes it a little bit difficult because I have my tripod. But you guys get the close-up blurry version. Sorry. Alright, I'm so afraid to tell you fear. I feel like fear is what's really driving your person. That's the big trigger, but it's, you know, again, triggered in the inner child. And if there was a third party, I know I'm kind of going with one kind of story right now, but you guys know what yours is and what resonates and all that regarding third party. They're probably, whatever their past mistakes are, it's hard for them to want to tell you. They're afraid because are you going to want to stay or are you going to want to go, kind of thing. Let's get your second message. These cards are big, that's why I shuffle it this way. Eternally yours. So your person is saying, you know, their heart is yours. They are wanting to be with you. And again, honestly, for them to really want to become better, that's really indicative of how they really feel about you, how important you are to them, because you don't just level up for anybody, right? And some people don't push you to be better, and yet you are pushing your person without even knowing it. Let's go to this one. I'm gonna, hold on. I know I was gonna time out, so it's like, this is how I shuffle my cards. No fancy poker shuffling. Sorry, it's, as you can see, it's getting pretty messy. That's why I don't usually shuffle, but. I do want us to be in a relationship, so there you go. You know, your person is really waking up to how important you are and how they really do want you to be in their life. I've been astral projecting to you. So I don't know if you've been feeling their energy, you've been feeling just anything, you know, take that card however you want to take it. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I don't know. Let's, yeah, I'm gonna shuffle on here. Okay. Now you guys can see what cards I'm using too. I feel like I ruined everything. And so they know it. It's just going back to that. And actually, you know, with the temptation card, maybe your person did give in to temptation. It's right next to the Three of Pentacles if they were with someone else. And maybe the sexual interest is just them saying, like, it was just, you know, it wasn't love, it was just sex kind of thing. It was just bad. I gave in to temptation. And maybe that's why that message came out. But take whatever resonates. I'm just throwing out the different things that I get. Do one more from this. I don't know what I want. And maybe that's part of the reason why they kind of screwed up and they did give in to temptation, if that's what it is. Because I do feel this is a third party type of situation. But the tables have turned because now they're afraid you're with somebody else. Like, what a mess, right? What a stupid mess it is. But I feel like that's connected to the inner child, like, and because of the energy that they've been in where they haven't really grown up or really thought. I think they just kind of been, I call it like a zombie mode, you know, just kind of living life, doing what they know and not really being challenged, not really being pushed to do anything better. And that's what that might be. But again, just take what resonates, you guys. That one almost wanted to fly out. I'll wait for you. I want to call you mine. So there you go. That's, you know, them realizing, again, how important you are to them, pile one. Okay. That was a maybe. I don't know, maybe it'll pop up. Sometimes that happens. I long to hold you and kiss you. And so, you know, just kind of going back to that sexual interest of wanting you, wanting to be with you, wanting that intimacy. That's where that message is coming in. So that is what I have, pile one. I hope it resonated. Let me know in the comment section. If you didn't check out the energy reading that I did on Instagram, the link is in my description box. Or if you did check it out and you just want to double check to see what information was the same, what might have been different, what kind of maybe gave you a little bit more understanding of what's going on or how they're feeling, you can check it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys. Thank you. And see you on the next one. Hopefully, no promises, no promises, but I'll try. I'll try. See you on the next one, pile one. Hi, pile two. You guys are the Tuk Tuk pile. Welcome to your pick card reading, and just thank you for tuning in. New, old, I don't mean old in a bad way, but thank you guys for tuning in. Really, really means a lot to just, have an audience at this point. So thank you guys. I mentioned in pile one, so I'm going kind of heavy with the message cards today because it's been a while and there's a little bit less tarot than normal, and that's only because with Instagram I tend to only pull 1 or 2 cards to do those readings, and I've been getting so many downloads. So of course you don't see that though because it's all written out and nice and presented in a hopefully readable, understandable way for the most part. But when I'm doing these readings on YouTube, I'm doing it and as I get the downloads. So it gets frustrating for some people because I know I've gotten comments about it before. It's so hard to keep up and you jump all over the place. That's how Spirit works with me. That's how I get my messages. And I don't edit the reading. Like what you see is how the reading went for me as I did it. Now, if that's cool, then hey, great, enjoy the reading. If not, there's other wonderful readers out there, or if you prefer my written readings, and that's cool too. But that's just how it works. So when I jump all over the place, just understand that's how I get the messages to you guys, and it just works out that way. And it's not where I edit and read it all over or anything like that. It's just one and done, and that's it. All right. So let's get to your reading, pile two, how your person is currently feeling about you. And again, I did do this reading on Instagram, so the link is in the description if you want to check that out if you haven't already, or if you want to read it afterwards to see what you can add, or maybe it gives you a deeper understanding somewhat. Let's see. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Five of Swords, and again, we're not looking at the gender of these cards, it's just the energy, whether male or female. Well, we have the Empress and we have Strength. So maybe a little bit more feminine energy. Okay, one sec. Okay. So we do have Leo energy. Kind of have like everything, to be honest, so I really don't want to cover all that, but that's energy. I was getting, we do have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. So it was just like, it's all like the general message, like this, if I was doing Instagram reading, this would be like the easiest one. Basically what I get is that your person's feeling very emotional about this distance and this separation from you. Like it's really kind of eating away at them, that it's really heavily on their mind, but they're really feeling it. It's really causing them to be very much in their emotions. They see you, you know what, like, okay, two things. two things. The Empress. So what I was getting with the Empress, it's two things. One, it being, yes, that they do see you as this Empress, that you stand out, like you have everything that they could really ask for in a person, and it kind of intimidates them in a way too, and it makes them emotional because they think so highly of you, and it's like they have to be kind of your equal, and they don't feel like they are, so it makes them a little bit emotional, but they do see you as just someone very beautiful, very kind, warm, friendly, very dependable, very down to earth, just someone who is just stands out to them. You are like that diamond in the rough, and just, yeah, very special to them. The other thing that I was getting though was about wanting to like restart this connection, wanting a rebirth in the connection, wanting things to just kind of start over. And because this separation, it's taking them a lot of strength. It's taking a lot of their strength to not let it reflect in the outside with other people. They're trying so hard to cover it up. They're trying so hard so that others don't know what they're going through or what they're really feeling, because they're feeling it very deeply. With the Queen of Cups, and you know, she feels everything very, very deeply, and that's what he or she, sorry, what they are feeling, and it's been on their mind. So I feel like your person is very much in their feelings about you being away from you, and I just get like all these different thoughts, and they're replaying different things in their mind and going over, they're like reminiscing, they're reflecting about everything that has gone on, just kind of what led to the separation with you, pile two. And again, it's just, they're putting a show on for everybody else. That's what I get with the Strength card. It's all bullshit, because what they're really feeling, they're showing this, but that's how they feel. I mean, they might look like this, but that's what it is. I think that was the other thing I mentioned. That's what I was forgetting. In pile one, sorry, I know I'm kind of going back a little bit here. I know my readings tend to be a little bit on the more intense side because of how deep I go into things and how spiritual they can sometimes get. So I'm trying to kind of take it a step back and trying to keep it a little bit more lighthearted too, so it's not entirely too intense. So if I joke around, please don't be offended. It's not to like, you know, be rude or in any kind of a way. And if I am trying to, then I will give you a heads up. Then hey, then yeah, I really don't care. I am trying to be rude at this point, but I'm not. So, but that's kind of what I want to get at, because I've gotten comments before about when I've joked around like it's not funny or something, and it's like, well, I wasn't trying to be rude. That's just what I want to say. Okay, back to the reading. I feel like the little disclaimer. Sorry, I don't edit these videos, but if I did, I probably would put a disclaimer. Anyways, that's what it is though. Your person is really just, I mean, that's what it is. Your person's very much feeling the distance. They're missing you. They're sad. I feel like the brokenheartedness, and they probably are guilting themselves, like feeling the guilt and just like, why did I do that? You know, kind of energy. That's what I get. So let's get to the oracle cards, because like I said, we have a lot of other things. Wow. So we have commitment coming and soul journey. As I say, I'm not trying to get too deep into the spiritual aspect of it, but sometimes the cards just happen, you know, like that, and I can't like ignore it. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. That's not how I work as a reader. But commitment coming. So this person is realizing, you know, in this time apart from you, reflecting, thinking about everything, because they do see you as this Empress energy, you are like that ultimate, you know, don't take it personally, it's just the way I say it, prize, I kind of think. Like, you are just like, you're it for them. That's really what it comes down to. They're recognizing all of that, and that's why they're wanting to commit. Like, they're really thinking about committing to you and being exclusive with you, or not just letting anybody interfere or anything kind of get in the way anymore, depending on what caused your Five of Swords moment, this whole separation. They don't want that anymore. They want to put an end to it. And so it's like, they know, like, if they want, I really feel, because of the Empress, we know how elevated, right? And she's not the Queen of Cups. I think, for me, it's always Queen of Swords. That's where it starts. Because she's a little bit more, I don't know. That's just how I see it. Anyways. But the Empress is like at the top of her game. And that's where they see you. They see you at that level, you know. And because of that, they know that you're not going to play games. You're not going to settle for the BS. You're not going to take their lives anymore. You're not going to be treated as an option. You just put up your boundaries so high, and they know that if they don't show up with some type of commitment or some type of an offer that is something different from what they've done in the past, because we know that their behavior is what led to this, if they don't come serious, then they know they're going to lose you. Simple, right? So this one leads so beautifully into the soul journey with what I'm saying right now, to tie it into the soul journey card, where they're recognizing their past behaviors led to this Five of Swords. Were there, you know, if they were a page, or maybe not even a page level. I mean, maybe they're a knight, maybe they're a king, you know, and but you still need your emperor. You know, you're not looking for a king, you're looking for that emperor type of energy. They know that they need to elevate. They know they need to get on your level. They know they have to step it up. And I think the messages are pretty consistent so far in these readings. So yeah, if you did watch Considered Pile 1, then maybe there's some messages just saying you don't have to, but maybe. But that's what it is. I'll leave it there. Let's get your other two oracle cards. I'm laughing right. Oh my. Okay. Separation. I'm gonna drink some water. Let that sink in. I'm shaking my head. The breakdown of my walls, I was laughing when I put that card down because I was just talking about the whole boundaries, and it's kind of like your boundaries are high, but with reason, because you're not wanting separation. You want a commitment that's going to last. That's not going to lead to a separation. It's not going to lead to a divorce, right? You want something that's going to be good, that stands forever, stands the test of time. Not looking for no games anymore. So the breakdown of my walls, they want to get into your world. They know that you are guarded. They know you have your boundaries up. They know you're not going to settle. They know they can't come at you the same way anymore. Because you're like, you've kind of stepped away in a way where you're okay if you have to step away further, right? If you're going to keep pushing me to walk away from you, that's what I'm going to do. You know, until you come right, I'm just going to keep rejecting you. And otherwise, at that point, you might just be like, just leave me alone for good, right? If you're not going to change, if you're not going to do anything that's going to really benefit me or this connection. So they know. They know. They're thinking, how do I go about doing that? How do I break this person's walls down? How do I sneak in, you know, in a good way, you know, to see this Empress. And then the separation card, I mean, that's all we've been talking about, is this whole separation between the two of you, and how much they've been feeling it and feeling sad. And you know, the card says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. For the majority, I would say like 99.9% of you, I know that you guys already are in separation. And with the Five of Swords, that's all we've been talking about. But that's just how deeply they've been feeling this and thinking about this separation between you. But that's what it is, you know, even though they're putting on a show, whatever you see on their Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok, whatever kind of social media it is that they use, it's just all a facade. It's all a mask to cover up how they're really feeling. And I don't know, maybe with the one is a new beginning. Maybe they started this new chapter like, okay, I need to change. I need to, sorry, cut out. I need to step it up and, you know, become that emperor to the Empress. Again, it's just the energy, not the gender. But that's what we have with those cards. So let's get to the message cards. I did end up shuffling on screen for pile 1, so I'll do the same. We're going to do 8 messages in total, and we're going to use separate decks, so it's not going to be all the same ones, but you can see which ones I do. I don't know, it's going to be blurry because I don't have much space right here to shuffle. So let's see what comes out, what messages your person has for you, pile 2. Yeah, I can't shuffle right now. I want forever with you. So destiny, and it's right next to the commitment coming card. Your person is wanting something that is going to last too. So it's now where it might have been just kind of felt like you were the only one who wanted something serious. Now your person is really wanting it. With the commitment coming and that want forever with you, they're really recognizing that they do want to have something that will last. Like you. Oh, shit. I can't find the right words. So they do want to come forward. They do want to communicate with you. they can't find the right words. They don't know how to say it, what to say, because the breakdown my walls, it's something that's might be giving them a little bit of anxiety. Like, what are they going to accept? You know, what are they going to believe? What are they going to think that, you know, if I say this, will they think I'm just full of it? Will they listen to me? That kind of thing. So that's really what I get with that. And just not being able to find the right words and, you know, like writing things out and then deleting it or crumbling up the paper depending on how they're doing it. That's what I get with that. Let's go to the next deck. Sorry, I don't shuffle like pretty. And I'm using the board, so. When we first met, I always had this feeling about you. So maybe with the Destiny card too, like they just felt there was something special about you. And deep down they knew, but they didn't take it seriously. They might have been in denial about it, not really wanting to accept it because, you know, they just thought you were probably another person. And it's like, surprise from the universe, from the spirit, you know, whatever applies. Okay, that one wants to flip over. I have an offer for you. Wow. Wow. Okay. So we're just going to tie that one to this one. Commitment coming, and I have an offer for you. And again, you know, I feel it's just like it's all connect. Like this is just like they're strategizing. I kind of feel like they're, you know, yeah, their next actions, but what they're doing right now is just really, how do I talk to them so where they'll let me in long enough to make this offer of some type of a commitment. Yeah, right? We'll leave it there. That sounds good. Sounds good. I find you incredibly attractive, and that just adds on to the Empress card. You know, just really beautiful, attractive, very sexy, alluring, possibly even mysterious for some of you. So just take what resonates on that one. You're basically the whole package. I mean, let's just put it that way, right? I want to work things out. So, I still got 2 more cards to go. I still have 2 more, but I mean, you can see how everything is just coming together so beautifully, right? It's just all tying in together. It all makes sense. It's all making this, it's just the same message in different cards. It's all very, very much intertwined. And you guys know, I love when that happens because then, you know, I'm not just full of shit with my readings either. Yeah, some people just don't understand how tarot works with the messages, so. And, you know, if you get the same messages from other readers, that's just confirmation of it. It's not like we copy and paste everyone's readings, which is kind of stupid. Sorry, just a little venting there on people who don't understand how tarot works and they just want to talk smack about it before understanding. So anyways, your last 2 cards, your last 2 messages from your person. I would take it all back if I could. So there's a little bit of feeling of regret. Again, just kind of thinking what happened, what they did, what they didn't do, blaming themselves, right? Kicking themselves, just kind of what we've been talking about this entire time. That's just them wishing they'd done better, that they knew better, because they knew, they had that feeling. But again, it's just, how do you really know until it's too late and things happen and you realize that's actually someone really special that I can't lose type of feeling. Last message for you guys, pile 2. I thought that one was going to pop up, but it didn't. We'll just cut the deck. No one has captured my heart the way you have. I have no words, because that's just kind of what we were just talking about, right? Just, they had this feeling about you, and no one has captured it because, again, you are someone special. You are the Empress, the Emperor, whatever title you want. I really don't care. I'm just reading the energies. Because that's all it is. But I love your guys' reading because it's so, just like I said, it's so nice and presented beautifully. And the cards couldn't be even more in sync. It's just perfect. You guys have a perfect reading. And I think it kind of gives you a really deeper look into what your person has been feeling, what they've been thinking about you, where they're at, what they want to do, what they're considering doing, what they're working on is pretty much, I feel like, the biggest thing. Yeah, that's really cool. So if you haven't seen the Instagram version of this, you can go to the link. It's in the description box. Very short compared to this. Obviously very, very short. But maybe there's something, maybe there's just another confirmation for you. So let me know, comment on there or on here so I can see how you guys are combining the messages, how they're coming together. But wow, there is a lot of movement, I feel like, for you guys, pile 2. For the commitment cards, the offer, just everything. Wow. I'm still a little bit blown away, to be honest, but that is where I'm going to leave it. Like, share, subscribe. Again, just thank you guys for tuning in. Honestly, thank you for watching. I don't know how many views this is going to have, but thank you if you do watch. Very grateful to you, pile 2. And of course the other piles, or however many piles you watch, because apparently, I don't know, maybe pile 3 is just going to slam them all together. That's how sometimes it works. You guys saw me shuffling. I don't know. That's just how spirit works. Anyways, that's where I leave it. So again, like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you on the next one, which is hopefully going to be a lot sooner than this one was. Yeah. Bye, pile 2. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your pick a card reading. You guys are the Ariel, Little Mermaid, Ariel, whatever you want to call her. She's the one that came out for your pile. So surprise! If you guys just jumped forward and didn't, watch the reveal, that's cool. No problem. I'm not offended. But honestly, I'm not. It's cool. But before we get started, yes, it's been a long time. I know. So thank you guys for watching. I've been telling the other piles, I'm just grateful to have anybody watching this. And hopefully it gets to the people that need to, or, I don't know. It's just how it works. It is a general reading, so only take what resonates. If it doesn't, just leave it. It's probably meant for somebody else. And the thing that I really wanted to kind of just touch on a little bit, because when I do the Instagram readings, it's ready to read, right? You just read it. It's like maybe 1 to 2 minutes, not even, to read what is come through. With these readings, you're watching the actual live version of it. I mean, I know it's recorded, but you guys get to see the real time of how it works. Now, the thing you have to recognize with the difference between those is that in Instagram, it's all like, I go through it. Usually I try to edit it. I get some spelling errors here and there still. But for the most part, I go through it, and then any additional messages come through, I add to, but you don't know that. So the difference between that and YouTube, what you have to really recognize, because some people have commented on it before, that it gets very confusing to watch my readings. I get downloads as I go, and a lot of the time I'm sharing those downloads as I go too. So I am, that's just how spirit works through me, and that's how I get the messages to you guys. The other thing too, I'm going to try to, I know my readings get a little bit intense because I tend to be one of those readers who dives into the spiritual aspects of things, and it might get a little bit too much, and then the messages coming through on top of it are intense. So it's very intense reading. So I do want to keep it a little bit more lighthearted for you guys. And I didn't do that in the past because I try to be very sensitive to people's emotions, because I know sometimes the stuff coming through, it's hard to take in. Like, no lie, it's hard to take some of these messages in. But I do want to be able to joke around and just kind of keep it a little bit more light, because it is hard sometimes to get these. It really is. Trust me, I know. When you try to do your own readings too, and you get like, you're like, what? So when I laugh, please don't be offended. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. Please understand that. Please, please, please. And to those of you who do understand that and recognize that, thank you guys so much. But that's all. Okay, let's get to the reading. It's going to be very heavily focused on messages at the end, which I'm going to shuffle. But let's get to it. Let's move Ariel over there. We'll do our tarot cards first, as usual. it's nice to do this again. I hope to be back sooner. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. So, wow, what a card to begin with for pile 3. We have the Two of Cups, Knight of Swords, and we are doing a reading. How is your person currently feeling? And let's get our clarifiers. We have the 9 of Candles. I've been working on my Roman numerals for those of you that remember, because I haven't been the best. And we have the King of Potions. So there's a lot of water energy. We have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and we have Leo, Aries, Sag energy here for those of you that like hearing that information. If you don't, just disregard it. That's all there is. Just let it go, right? So let me see what we have here. Because I feel like your person is in their feelings for you, pile 3. That's what I'm picking up on. But what do we have here? Okay, this is sweet. Your person recognizes their soul in your soul is what I was getting. That's how like the message came through. They're recognizing you as their person. They recognize you as their soulmate. Their other half, the person, you know, that they're meant to be with, someone very special. And they see this as something worth fighting for. They're not ready to give up on you. They're not ready to give up on this connection. No matter what has happened in the past, they're wanting to move on from it in a new direction because they recognize that this love is very special between the two of you. Very sweet energy. I love that. That's like, oh, you know, it's very, very sweet. And because they don't want to lose you, you know, whether it be because of what they've done in the past, you know, usually with most of it, it's either you've walked away for good and they're thinking there's somebody else, you know, and they don't want to lose you. And so because they do want to give this more effort, they are just wanting to rush in towards you. They want to make some type of an offer. They just want to forget about their fears, their insecurities, their doubts, whatever has held them back in the past. It's like they don't want to even acknowledge it anymore. They recognize that this love is worth fighting for, it's worth saving, it's worth putting effort into, and they're, you know, they want to rush towards you because they realize they really do love you. They do have these deep feelings for you. They do care about you. They care about the two of you. He or she cares about the two of you. And with the Two of Cups, I just like, oh, it's just a pretty lovey type of feeling, I guess. Really what it is. So very sweet energy. Your person doesn't want to let you go. You know, I don't get that. I was just getting a download, you know, that this person might be watching your social media, lurking, kind of keeping an eye on you. And especially if you've been kind of going out with friends or posting pictures of someone that they're kind of like, about, you know, they're like, who's that person? That's something else too. That's kind of a little bit pushing them even more so, but you know, whatever it is. So let's get to your oracle cards. We have Happy Outcome. I think you guys are probably going to have the sweetest reading out of the 3 piles, I'll be honest. Relationship Improvements. So they do want a happy outcome. They want to be victorious. I don't want to say victorious because then it just makes it sound like, you know. But I do feel like they do want to come forward and win your heart. They want to be the one to be with you. That's kind of the victorious part aspect of it. They do want this to happen. This reunion, this reconciliation, whatever the case may be for you. They want this to work out. That's pretty much what the happy outcome is. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory too, right? Not very complicated. And then the relationship improvements. So you do want to put in that effort. And again, just kind of going back, I think this 9 of Candles, it's like the strongest. Like, yeah, they're in their feelings. Like, don't get me wrong. These cards are beautiful and I love it. I'm not trying to take away from those energies because I'm loving this energy that's coming through. It's just so sweet and romantic type of thing, right? Just those fairy tale type of thing, I guess. But this is the energy where they're like, no, I'm not giving up. I'm not putting up a white flag. I'm still going to try. I'm still going to push forward. I'm going to make this work one way or another. I feel like your person's very determined and very focused on, okay, what can I do to make things better? They want to improve things with you. They want things to get better. And so that there can be a happy outcome. Let's get the other 2 oracle cards. We have Move On and we have Flirt. So don't move on. That's what I was just talking about. move on from the past, right? They want to move on from what has happened. They want to be able to reconcile, to be able to just come to you and kind of express themselves. Or that's really what I get. I know we have the flirt card, but with the romance angels, I get more of the express your feelings card type of energy, or even a heart-to-heart conversation. And I think the flirt, though, I feel like because of how things have been, how serious things have been, how much, I guess, pain and heartache and disappointment, just how things have not really gone in the best direction between the two of you, they want to bring that fun and lightheartedness, and to be able to see that other side of you, to not see this person who has their guard up all the time, or who's kind of distant emotionally, or maybe challenging, because you might still be like, kind of like, you know, they might say something and then it's like, you might second guess them, or you might give them a smart ass remark because you're just kind of a little bit still, you know, a little bit jaded, or just not really wanting to believe everything they say in a way. So take whatever resonates. Not trying to be rude to you guys, you know, I'm not saying anything for being that way. It's just I feel like that's what they're trying to do and trying to avoid it. And they just want to have that energy, that positive and sweet, romantic kind of in the beginning type of energy, and possibly how it was in the beginning between the two of you. But overall, that's what it is. Your person is wanting to move on from the past, make things better. They do want to communicate with you. They do want to come towards you. And they know, they recognize you as their soulmate, twin flame, for those that, you know, their person knows what a twin flame is, or divine counterpart. Again, labels are labels. I don't care which ones you use. It's fine. Whatever you want to use, that's cool with me, okay? Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So let's get to your messages and we'll close out your reading, pile 3. I did this for the other piles. I ended up shuffling on screen for the most part, as far as I could, because I'm not going to be all the way up here. It's going to be like right here and kind of a little bit blurry, but let's get to your messages. So for pile 3, these cards are big, so that's why I'm shuffling them weird. I only want one. That's way too many. Sorry. When that happens, yeah, we don't do it. It's possible the card may still come out if you saw what it was. Yep, give me a second. Where was I? Sorry, I heard the door. Sorry. I hate doing it. I hate pausing, especially when I've been shuffling, because then I'm like, I'm ready to pick a card, and then I have it ready, and then I have to do something. So I don't know if it's kind of like spirits were like, no, that's not the card. Keep shuffling, keep shuffling. We gotta distract her some way. I don't know. I feel like that's what it is, but alright, we're gonna do 2 of these. So I can hear you, telepathic. So I know that's something more common with the very spiritual connections, twin flames, where they can hear you. Maybe you guys are dreaming about each other, you know, very connected in some type of a way. You guys might be very connected in the 5D and like dreams and such. Let's get your other card. Ah! I never said I was a good shuffler, you guys. So, what do we have here? I can't stop thinking about you touching me. So your person is wanting you. There's some sexual tension and desires here, probably fantasizing about you. And probably another reason why they're watching your social media too. So yeah, we'll just leave that there. Let's get to your next deck. Okay. Oh, really? We're just gonna take it. We're rolling with it. Because that was like, wow, okay, that's how it's gonna be. You're so different, but that's why I love you. So that's what they're recognizing. You're different, but yet you complete them. Like, you complete their world in just a way that nobody else can. And with the 2 of Cups, they recognize that you have everything that they could want or ask for in another person, and that's why this connection is so intense, possibly a little bit crazy to them. But they just know there's something special here. I thought about living together. So your person has been thinking about, like, I feel like along with fantasizing sexually about you, they're also thinking about future and thinking about living together, possibly getting married, that kind of thing, whatever you may think applies here, how your person rolls. But there's something that it has been on their mind. It was you. It was always you. So this person, I don't know. I feel like a lot of these piles are very connected today. They knew. The moment that they saw you, there was something different about you. There was something special. They just couldn't really figure it out. And I feel like all these difficulties I've been having in your connection, I know they can be frustrating. They can be painful. And just like drive you mad, right? They just drive you crazy. And yet I feel like if it wasn't for all that, your person probably wouldn't have recognized how special the connection is between the two of you. And even more so possibly you, because I feel like for a lot of you guys who watch me especially, I feel like a lot of you are woke in a sense. So you guys know. Yeah, I'd just leave it there. And give me a chance. So your person is hoping that you will give them a chance, that you guys can move on from the past. And I feel like maybe even the move on card might be like them wondering, can you move on from the past? Will you be able to forgive me? Will you give me a chance to make it up to you? Let's get to your next one. I have other priorities and responsibilities I need to focus on right now. They do want to connect with you, but I feel like that's causing delays. And I feel like that might be something where you're like, well, why isn't my person coming to me? Why aren't they doing anything? You guys might be seeing sevens, by the way, but you might just kind of like not understand what's going on. What's the holdup here, right? And that's what it is. They just have other things they need to take care of, and also possibly getting on your, getting to your level. I feel like that's what I was kind of getting at before with watching you guys being more woke. You guys a little bit probably more developed, kind of have a better understanding of how you work. And if you're watching tarot readings, you probably know about some of the other messages that we talk about, because we kind of all talk about growth for the most part, usually. I don't know. Anyways, the last message from this deck. I can't stand the thought of you being with someone else or kissing anyone that isn't me. So they really don't want to lose you. They don't. And I feel like there's some jealousy here, and that's part of another reason why they're watching your social media, just to see, like, who are you talking to? Who's trying to talk to you, right? Who's trying to get your attention, and that isn't them. So, yeah, there is some jealousy here. They just don't want to lose you. Let's get to the last two messages. I'm not ready. And that just goes on to the I have other responsibilities and priorities. I feel like your person does need to, I don't know. I honestly think like all the piles are connected. And I do think it might just be that, but also a little bit of healing, a little bit of growth that possibly is tying in here. So just take whatever resonates. But of course, I don't know. I know it can be triggering for some people because it's like, well, I'm ready. Why aren't you ready, right? And that's where you just gotta bring the focus back to you and your life and not worry about it, because it will happen when it's meant to. And that's what we have to remind ourselves, right? Regardless of who it might be with or whatever the case may be. There was someone interfering in our relationship. So I feel like there was some type of a third party that was causing issues in your connection. For some of you, when I say the third party, do I feel like it was a romantic? I mean, it could be if they were like married, right? Or if they had a girlfriend, if they were in any kind of relationship or commitment with another person, then yeah. But for most of you, I feel like this is going to be referring to a family member or a friend who might be trying to influence your person to stay away from you, saying it's a bad decision. They're painting a certain picture of you, and, that's just whatever, because they're not your person, right? So until they're with you, they wouldn't really know, but there was someone trying to put blockages here. So you have this blockage, you have priorities and responsibilities. I think that was the only other thing that your person is seeing. They recognize, yeah, I'm causing a delay, but it's because of this. In the past, someone was trying to stop this from happening, but your person does want to have a happy outcome with you. They know that you're someone that's worth waiting for, worth fighting for, believing in, and that this connection really is worth it. And I was just drawn, oh my gosh, give me a second. I'm gonna have to process this thought for a second. Because it was, oh my gosh. You guys, I was looking at Ariel, and the reason that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I think of, you know, she's not here. She probably could be in one of these cards. But I was thinking of Ursula and how she was interfering, and you know, in Ariel and Eric's relationship, and we have this card, there is someone interfering in a relationship, preventing, you know, Ursula was preventing Ariel from being with Eric, and then there was circumstances, you know, she's, you know, a mermaid and that kind of thing, but it's just kind of similarities, you know. I just kind of like that. It's insane how synchronistic, why certain things happen, but anyways, that's just kind of very interesting, and I feel like that kind of just connects. So I don't know, you know, if you like Ariel, then hey, you're like, you have kind of like a little mermaid story, love story in a way right now, but your person is recognizing you are someone and special. Yeah, so that's where I leave it, pile 3. Again, I did post a very short and sweet version of this on my Instagram. The link is in the description box. If you haven't read it already, you can go on there and see what's similar, what's different, kind of combine the two, maybe give you a little bit more insight on your person and how they're feeling. If you already saw it, then, you know, you can go back and check it out, or whatever, you know, that's cool. But let me know what resonated, what made sense to you guys. If it didn't resonate, then, you know, it just wasn't meant for you. It was just meant for a different collective. I know I read for a specific collective. I'm sorry. That's just how it goes. It's not like I chose, I want to read for this collective. You know, it didn't work that way. So I know some readers are more for the general, and then some of us are kind of smaller collectives, and there's probably a reason for that. So I'm sorry if it didn't resonate. Please don't be offended. It's not you, it's not me, it's just how it works with spirit, you know, on that. But like, share, subscribe, you know, again, just thank you for tuning into the reading. I'm so grateful to you guys. Thank you so much. And again, link to my Instagram is in the description box. I hope to see you guys on the next one, which will hopefully be a lot sooner than this one. Bye, pile 3.